Good morning, guys. How are you doing? Hopefully well. Sorry if I'm gonna be a little bit lower today. 'Cause I don't know, man. Yesterday just wore me out. I mean, everything that happened in the news and just some other stuff. I'm just, I go from being really encouraged to just the opposite. I feel bipolar sometimes, and today is one of those times where I'm I'm needing some encouragement. So just pray for me. I'm gonna do the best I can, as I always do, and hopefully the Lord picks me up. But what I really feel like I need is for Him to literally pick us up. So, because I mean, everything that happened in the news yesterday was just so stupid. I mean, I hate liars. I hate people you can't trust. I mean, I don't hate them, but it's like, I don't want to be around them. I don't want anything to do with them. But I hate the act of lying and being deceptive, and that's all we saw yesterday in the news from every source we heard from. And it was like, it just gets old, I mean, it gets so old to sit here on this merry-go-round and listen to the same old bullshit over and over. And it's like, just I cannot wait until we're in a place where we can trust people, and a place where there is no more deception, when things are the way they appear. I'm getting 400 spam calls a day too, because I signed up for some job searches, so yay. Yeah, it's a rough one for me this morning. It's probably because I took a few of my anti-anxiety medications last night, and I slept really good, and haven't quite woken up 100%, but yeah, this is the best you're gonna get out of me today. I'm sorry. But we do have the devotionals. Hey, look at that. My love is trustworthy. That's exactly what I need to hear. Also, yeah, there we go. Okay, what is going on here? Okay, I'm also gonna have issues here, right? One sec. Okay. Well, that's the second one that I read. So today's 365 promise is I will provide justice for everyone who is mistreated. That's a good one too, in relation to what's going on, because I feel mistreated by being lied to all the time by these people in control, and we all are. Yahweh executes righteous acts and justice for all who are oppressed. And yeah, we're oppressed. We're oppressed. And even in this country, we're heavily oppressed, and most of us don't even know it. Most U.S. citizens don't have no clue, because that's just how oppressed they are from the truth. Isn't it good to know that God promises to provide justice for those who are oppressed? I'm amazed at the number of verses in the Bible that speak about God's heart for the weak of this world, the poor, the mistreated, children, widows, orphans, and so on. He has always been the protector of those who struggle to protect themselves. He is a God who does not rejoice in evil or injustice, but rejoices when the truth wins out. 1 Corinthians 13:6. Whatever unjust situation you find yourself in today, be encouraged to know that God is for you and understands your life and suffering. It is my prayer that each of us can rest in our God and Father's saving, protecting power today. Father, thank you for being not only loving, but also just. Help me to trust that you will provide justice and ultimately right every wrong from an eternal perspective. I pray that I may have the same mercy and compassion to love my enemies just as you have loved and forgiven me in the meantime. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Yeah, that's a good one for today. My love is trustworthy. That's a pretty picture too. Deuteronomy 7:9. Understand, therefore, that the Lord your God is indeed God. He is the faithful God who keeps his covenant for 1,000 generations and lavishes his unfailing love on those who love him and obey his commandments. Love the Lord, love your neighbor. The longing of my heart is that you would trust me, dear one, for I am indeed your faithful Father, and I keep my promise of love to you and 1,000 generations after you. There better not be any generations after me, dude. I ain't making it. I ain't making it much longer. I understand why you could struggle to believe this to be true, because so many things war against this in the natural realm. Doubt, fear, and mistrust have been ingrained into the fabric of the fallen world in which you live, and these enemies of your soul have often been reinforced by painful life experiences you have endured. But instead of focusing on the things that make you feel faithless, I want you to fix your eyes on my faithfulness, for I will never leave you or forsake you. I have forever committed my heart to you with a bond of love that is yours in Christ and sealed by my Spirit. So I want you to trust in my love today, dear one, for there is no greater act of faith that moves my heart than when my little children trust me to care for them. Yeah, Lord, I trust you. Probably not enough, because I trust that you're going to make everything okay in the end, but I don't know how much suffering you're going to allow us to go through until then. That's the thing. That's what I struggle with, because you've allowed things to happen to me that I never thought you would. They were way beyond the line of what I thought you would let happen to me. So, what kind of trust are you asking for? Because, you know, I feel like every day that passes, part of me is dying. And it's not the part that needs to be dying. It's the part that hopes and has faith that soon we're going to be out of here, and soon things are actually going to be okay for once. See, the Lord told me a while ago that back when we first met, when he first called me out and woke me up, the type of faith that I had in him was good for a start, but it wasn't a tested faith, you know? And that testing is what strengthens Just like gold is refined in a fire. And diamonds are made from pressure and heat over thousands of years. But sometimes I just don't know what to do. Like, I want to keep making these daily videos, but I don't really want to look at the news anymore. I mean, I want to be informed of what's going on. You know, I don't want to just hide my head in the sand. I'm looking for his coming. I'm gonna be looking for his coming. I can't stop doing that because it's my only hope. I don't have any hope to fall back on. This is it. Lord, you're either coming to get us or I'm not gonna make it. And I've got to look for that hope. I mean, I have no choice. There's nothing left for me in this life. You're the only reason I live. You're the only reason I continue to live, and I haven't tried to do anything to escape life. So, I'm sorry guys, I don't mean to bring anybody down. I'm just being real. Like, I'm gonna look at it a little bit in news, just to catch up a little bit. China can now continue to purchase oil from Iran. Hopefully they will be purchasing plenty from the US. Also, it's by great honor to make this happen. See, I listened to Chris earlier. Well, it was a show he did last night, and he said when Trump said that Iran and Israel had a ceasefire, Israel and Iran were like, what? Like, he just came out and said it and didn't consult with anybody. But then Israel and Iran came out and said they had a ceasefire. And it was like, well, if you listen to Chris's show, you'll understand more of what I'm talking about. But it's just, God is not the author of confusion, you know? So we know that's not who's working right now. Jeez, I don't even want to look at the news because I'm like, Israel has launched a strike on an Iranian target despite President Trump's warning to uphold the ceasefire. Yeah, see, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announces Israel has agreed to a ceasefire, declaring that the country has achieved its objectives in the conflict of Iran. But the nuclear, they gave them time to get the nuclear material out of the locations that they bombed, if they even bombed the right locations. This is a big damn joke, dude. Oh look, Iran launches missiles at Israel, breaking the ceasefire announced by President Trump. So they're both breaking it. Iranian media is denying Trump's ceasefire claim, calling it completely false and stating that no official or unofficial proposal was received. Instead, they say Iran will deliver its response on the ground. Update: Iranian foreign minister now suggests that a ceasefire with Israel is in place. What? No one knows what's going on right now. I don't. God, I need this. I could have done without the laughing in the background. I don't like when people do that. Like, let me laugh, dude. I don't need to join in with you because you're laughing. Like, I don't know. I'm in a sour mood today. This could be the beginning of seeing the USA turn its back against Israel. You think? The Iranians will hold a victory celebration in Tehran tonight, 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Trump, I don't want to see the regime change in Iran. Regime change creates chaos. Iran is not going to get a nuclear weapon. That's the last thing they're thinking about right now. Are you sure about that? Because Russia might have something to say about that. They just said, Russia and China both said, if Iran's nuclear equipment gets destroyed, they're going to send them direct nuclear weapons. This is chaos. This is absolute chaos. Is he just referring to Iran, or is Israel included? Israel still has not yet made any public acknowledgement of the ceasefire. That was, whoa, that was midnight. Oh, okay. What? No, that was, what? That was midnight? Oh, I guess Bubba hasn't posted anything this morning. It is early. The ceasefire was broken after 12 minutes. Wow, and that was the alert at that time. Contrary to ceasefire reports, a sixth missile attack wave has been detected from Iran. Yeah, I mean, what's going on, you know? You can't know. Look at that. Congratulations, world. It's time for peace. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Peace and safety and sudden destruction, yeah? How long is this? Oh, it's an hour long. I'm sure that's a good, video, though. I'm gonna put that in my headphones later when I go work on the garage. But man, this is, oh my god, I feel like it's insanity, you know, to try to do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. It's insanity. It really is. It's a textbook definition of it. And look, I feel like that's what looking at the news is now, at least in the format that I'm looking at. I would much rather put something in my headphones and listen to somebody who is more knowledgeable, who has been watching the news for a long time, give me kind of their summary of the stupid crap that's actually going on. Because I'm not going to go through it myself. I'm sorry. I'll listen to other people who are covering it, but I'm just not gonna subject myself to that. I'm already in a bad enough mood. Oh boy. Forgive me, guys. But what I do have is some kind of, if you've noticed right below my webcam there is some scenery images that are not all the same size. I'm gonna have to go through and cut them down to be the same size, but also I need to fix that real quick actually, because this is not mine. I added a filter and I have since added different pictures to that folder, so I need to reselect the folder. Okay. Didn't delete that one, right? Yeah. Alright. So, if you were wondering what those pictures are, those are pictures that I've taken of nature, and I'll kind of go through some of them. I mean, they're not all of nature, obviously. That one's in my old apartment with that's a Dragon Ball plushie hanging from a ceiling fan with the light beam shining on it. I thought that was cool, kind of a sign. Okay, let's see if I can, what's that? Man, I'm using OBS, and, it's a really good, I mean, OBS is, like, top of the line, like, you can do anything with it. It's like an Android phone, you know, you can install video games on it or whatever. I'm not talking about OBS, but, you know, with the video games, but, it's really cool because you can, what is this? Oh, okay, I see. Never mind, my bad. But you can capture, you can just put anything on the screen and have there we go, and have it, you know, sorry, I'm not very good at multitasking talking. And you can just, you know, adjust anything on the screen that you want and have whatever going on. And as long as it's very versatile, but it's very complicated. Can be. But there's another picture of the same thing, and obviously, I'll go back actually. No, I won't because it's not allowed. Okay. But those are some of the old mountain bike trails I used to ride in Texas. It was a park called River Legacy. Almost like a Liver Legacy. That's a good name for a restaurant, I guess, maybe. But yeah, so what I was doing was taking pictures of like nature scenes and using my camera filter to adjust the hue and stuff. And some of them came out pretty cool looking. And I've even thought about like putting them on canvas and maybe selling them for people to put on their wall, or because I've seen stuff like that on people's walls, but there's some really cool ones here like that. That's a cool one. That was a really cool one. Whenever you get the contrasting colors like that, it really turned out neat. Obviously, some of these are cooler than others. I like that one. That's actually a bridge. That is the same bridge that, if you've seen my live, that had all the graffiti on it, that had the God loves you and the infinity symbol and all that stuff. And here's where I turned a river to blood. Oh, that's River Legacy too. The Trinity River, actually. Believe it or not, it's called the Trinity River. And I adjusted the hue, and that's what happened. So I thought that was cool. The leaves turned blue and the water turned red. I was like, whoa. They're right there as well. And I've just kind of experimented with stuff. I've had a phase of, the Bridge of Dreams. I took a whole bunch of these pictures, and that's on top of the bridge, looking over at the river. And I took all kinds of these pictures, and never really did anything with them, you know? I mean, not yet, at least. I was thinking about, like, doing what I used to, writing the scripture over it. Look at that, 222. See that? That's a cool one too. Oh, that looks like a red sky. There's not a terribly whole lot of these, so We won't be looking at this for an hour or so, so don't worry. But some of them I left natural colors and kind of gave it like it's this effect called glamour glow, which kind of makes it look like give it like a heavenly glow. I thought was really cool at the time. Still is cool. Sometimes I still use that on pictures I take. That one was a cool one. Cause that was on the trail, the mountain bike trail at River Legacy. And then which one was the original? Okay, I think this one's the original. And then actually I don't know. Cause the trees are the green is green on both sides, on both pictures. I don't remember which one's the original. I think it's the purple one, actually. Yeah, because the sky's blue here, and the sky's purple. So yeah, this is the modified one. So that was a cool one. Some of these turned out really high quality. Like, and I wasn't using a very high quality camera. I was just using my phone. That one's kind of cool, but it's pretty busy. That one's cool too, but pretty busy and pretty dark. That's a bridge at the River Legacy Park. Most of these were taken at River Legacy. That turned out pretty cool, although still dark. This was not at River Legacy. This was just this like pond out behind my apartment that I lived at the time. That looks really dark, man. This one I made like black and white, kind of like who's the guy's name that used to make the old the Crow, the movies and stuff. I don't remember. That one's cool. That's a little pond right there, surrounded by trees and stuff. Here's straight on looking at the bridge. Only thing is, most of these turn, whenever you add that glamour glow, it kind of turns things pretty dark, or it can. And I don't know if I'd be able to brighten them up without messing up the gamma and everything. But yeah, some of these are cooler than others. That's when we went to the lake, my friend Chris and I, who, Chris is no longer with us. Yeah, I guess that's at the back of the boat. Yeah, Chris was one of my best friends when I was a teenager, and yeah, he passed away, and he was not a believer, unfortunately. So, but I did get to witness to him at the very end, and hopefully the Lord gave him one last chance and he took it. So that's all I can hope for. Some of these were the coolest, that turned out the coolest, like this one right here, and some of the ones, so this is the same time that we were at the lake, and they had this beach that they went to, and we could dock our boat at it and get out and walk around this little island, you know. That one's one of my favorites right there. Looks like another planet. That one's pretty cool too. I only did a few of these where it's like just gray tone, but that one turned out good too. See the detail of like the branches and stuff. I couldn't believe it came out that well using a cell phone. It was crazy. And you know, obviously the reason I stopped doing this so much is because it was getting hard to take different pictures that looked unique from the other ones. They all started kind of looking the same, so that one's cool. I noticed whenever the broken branches and dead trees are there, it adds a lot of detail. Oh yeah, these are cool too. I found these little fuzzy things that are just stemming up out of the ground. I took a bunch of pictures of those. I guess they're somewhere else. That was on that River Legacy trail. Oh, let's see the red flowers. The Lord uses that color to get my attention. I think those are those same fuzzy little things, but this is a natural color. Yeah, and then it changed the color, the hue. That one's pretty cool too. It's kind of hard to see what's going on. I don't think that one turned out as clear as the others. Man, there's a lot going on in some of these. That's a good one. The red berry. That's that same place, actually, that you saw in the other picture. That one's cool. A lot of pink. Okay, here's another spot that was pretty cool. I found these little fuzzy things that were like ovals. So I took a couple pictures of those. Got some beams of light shining in because I think it was like the golden hour. And there's some more of those somewhere. All these pictures just kind of ended up getting scattered into random order, so found one of those, whatever the heck that is. Oh yeah, and these little spiky balls. See that little bit of red right there? I don't even remember what that was, if that was like leaves or what. That was from my apartment. I guess it was sunset or something. I don't remember where that was from. I guess I was on the road, driving. Another sunset one, I guess. Oh, these were cool. These little things poking up out of the water I thought were cool, so I took pictures of those. That's this is actually two little keystone jacks that you use for low voltage. That it's like a blank that you put into a phone plate. That if you're gonna use like a 2-port data base plate that goes on a wall, and you're only putting one jack in, you put a blank in it. And these are just two of those blanks put together, and it made a heart. I thought that was cool. Oh, that's an even better picture of it, yeah. That's what I was using for the To the Last Days Church picture background for a while. Well, that one turned out cool. I think that's Jupiter up there. Or I don't think it's the moon. I don't know. Wow, that one turned out crazy. That's from my apartment as well. We had some pretty crazy sunsets over there. That one was cool, wow. Yeah, some of these I like a lot more than others, but I'm almost through them all. Oh, that's at Galveston. That's right, we went to Galveston, and there's one coming up. That's also at Galveston at night, and I know it's hard to see, but it's the full moon reflecting off the ocean. And it was funny because like 3 trips we took to Galveston, every single one of them landed on the full moon. Like we went for a week at a time each time, and each time the middle of the week landed on the full moon, and we didn't plan that. So took that as a sign. That's a pretty good one there. I think that is... I think it's the moon. No, I don't know. It might. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Oh yeah, this was a church camp retreat that we went to. That I went to with a group of guys from Texas when I worked at a telephone company, and we went to this state park that had this like canyon trail. That was pretty cool. I think we're just about through. That was cool because the mirror edge floating off the water. Oh, well, I took this because of the little rainbow there. Probably can't see it too well, but I could probably modify it to make it stand out better. Oh, this is when it snowed in Texas a couple years ago, and we got that real big dump of snow, the blizzard. I definitely took advantage of taking pictures out there with that and getting out there. I really wish I had a dirt bike back then, but you can't really have a dirt bike in the city. Well, in the suburbs where I was in Arlington. That's my brother. That's a lake. That's a lake, and it's a big lake, and it's fully frozen. And, well, except for where you can see the spots where it's wet. And he was, like, putting his foot out on the ice, like he was going to try to step on it. I was like, bro, don't do that, because, for one, nobody can get out here to help us, and I can't get you out. You're not going to be able to get out because the bank's slippery, and I can't get you out because I'll fall in, you know. That was a scary time. I know there doesn't look like a lot of snow here, but that is a full-on lake, I promise you. Like, several hundred yards across. Probably 2 or 3 miles across. And for that whole thing, we've never seen that lake frozen over like that, ever. I don't think it's ever been recorded that it had been frozen like that. Oh, that's a pretty shot from the balcony of my apartment. This was from a vacation, a timeshare that my biological dad invited us to. Yeah, I saw a really cool cloud formation, so I took a picture of it. This was just a cool pattern that I found on the ground. This is my electric skateboard. I was skating, electric skating back then, and also noticed the 444 up here. But I found a cool pattern that the street lamp was shining through the trees and the leaves. So I took a couple pictures of it. That is a rainbow. Yeah. Might be a double rainbow. I see that up there too. Sure. Closer shot of it. I think this is at Hurricane Harbor in Arlington, Texas. That's behind my apartment as well. Man, there's a lot more of these than I thought. I'm sorry. Hang on, let me see how much more of these there are, because I thought we'd be done by now. Okay, what? Okay, yeah, I think we're almost done. Alright. My bad, I didn't want this to take up the whole video, but I wanted to show it at some point. Bunch of pink grass there. That was on the back of my Oh, that's actually on the back of my my G37, my Affinity, and I've got it on each side of the back quarter windows, because it's a two door, and it's got those little triangle windows. So I've got this on each of those and on the back. That was a tornado or a water spout that we saw in Galveston. That I didn't take this picture, but my mom or my stepdad did, and I edited it to make it pop out. That's an up close picture of the funnel. That's another one of those gray tones. That one didn't turn out very well. Some of them are hit and miss. It's at the beach, I guess. I don't know what that is. Kind of looks like a water spout, but it's not. It's just a storm coming in, I guess. I don't know why I took this picture. We were in Dallas, I think this is in Dallas. I think that's also in Dallas. Or is this in New York? This might have been in New York. Yeah, this was in New York, because this is the 9/11 memorial. Yep. Times Square. Man, I really edited the crap out of that one. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of people there. Never been around so many people in my life. Didn't really like it. What in the world? Is that New York with... And I think that's the One Trade Tower that they put up with a rainbow coming off of it. That's crazy. Oh, I took this from Facebook. I didn't take this myself. Yeah. That's still crazy. Oh yeah, I brightened it up there. This one I took myself. We did a job on top of a roof in an office building in Dallas, and I thought it was really cool that they had these little pools up here on top of the buildings, and I think that's grass right there. Yeah, they've got these little gardens up here that you can just walk out on and chill and relax and whatever. And that's another picture of Dallas. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's on the ground though. This was back when I was into the Q and the Anons and the 2016 election, I think, or the 2020 election. I think it was 2016. But I bought one of these masks and put crosses on it and put repent on the top. Yeah, and I think that was probably, well, that one's okay. That one's really good. I like that one. Oh, and here's the rest of the like little blue fuzzies. That one's okay too. That one's cool because of the detail of the broken branches there. That's one of those little spiky balls in its real color. I got a lot of really good photos at that island. Then I changed the hue of one of these little red balls to make it blue. No pun intended. Yeah, that's alright. Oh yeah, this was a dragonfly that landed in my mom's backyard that actually stood still enough for me to get a picture of it, which I was amazed by. What is this? Oh, I think this is just a river, and that's a bank. There's a park bench out there. I don't know where this is. Somewhere in Texas, I'm sure. And then that's the background I made for the Infinite Affinity. But yeah, that was that. Well, we're up to 45 minutes. I'm just gonna read. Hang on. Before I do that, I want to show you this. Have you ever seen this video? This is a real cloud. Whoops. What did I do? I'm sorry, did I upset you, program? It's on my computer that I own? Just tried to resize it, make it bigger. Yeah, check that out. That is a real cloud, a real iridescent cloud that somebody took a picture of. That's crazy. Also, I've got, these are from Telegram, if you're not on Telegram. This is a picture, or a video of the aurora captured from an airplane that, when we had one of those big geomagnetic storms. That's pretty cool, being seen from above. I got a bunch of other videos like that too that I'm gonna show you guys at some point. This is how our solar system actually moves, if you didn't know. That's our solar system, and that's how it actually moves through space. A lot of people think the sun's just stationary and everything revolves around it, but no, this is actually what's happening. Everything is ultimately moving in the same direction. So, alright guys, I just want to read just a few of these pictures here, and then I'll let you go. So I can get it. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do it in the open. All right. See the lion in the background. He's holding the lamb. So the story behind this image is. This text wasn't on here, and I don't know if whoever made this image was going off of this text, or if they just happened to make the image like that and not know about this verse. But it matches up perfect, because it says he tends his flock like a shepherd. He gathers the lambs in his arms and carries them close to his heart. That's even the left side. He gently leads those that have young. Isaiah 40:11. So, like I said, I met the person that made this, and I don't know that they actually painted this, and I don't know if they had this verse in mind or not. And I didn't know about this verse at the time, or else I would have asked them. But we have been shown the meaning of life. It's love. Greater love had no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. John 15:13. I want everyone to say this. I do not have the power. Jesus did not give me the power. Jesus is the power, and I am nothing without him. And there's a bunch of scriptures down there to support that. Jeremiah 10:23. Philippians 2:13. Hey, 2:13. Deuteronomy 31:8. Galatians 6:3. John 5:19. John 15:4 and 5. Okay, so sorry if it seems like I'm rushing. I know I'm up to 50 minutes already. Gonna go through the black backgrounds and just read 3 of those, and then we'll be done. If I can find them. Alright. Exchange. We all need to realize the condition of those who wrong us, that we have all been in that same condition. Before love comes into our lives, we simply repeat the evil done to us. When love comes, we repeat the love freely given to us. This is not an excuse for those who practice evil. This is showing mercy to lost souls. Oh, Facebook censorship. Yeah, this is outdated, but now I'm getting censored on YouTube, so... Well, here it is, the end of the line for free opinions of citizens. Why do you think the internet is being surrendered to the UN at the end of this month? I don't even remember when this was written. Censorship, control, and dominance. I'm going to include a paraphrase of what I said that was blocked from ever going up. I have an idea of why. Keyword enforced automated censorship. Yeah, and we all know that now. I wonder when people will realize that, oh, BLM and aggressive feminist groups will bring the exact opposite result of equality in the general population. We are going backwards, and this is absolutely childish. What do you do when you want something to change? Complain, accuse, and repeat until satisfied. That's back when I was real into politics and everything. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Failure is a reminder of pride. Yep, that's true. All right, that's all I'm gonna put you through, guys. Sorry this was so chaotic, and I've been in a bad mood and everything, and grumpy, and but I need the Lord to come get us, man. I can't, I can't deal with this much longer. I mean, I say that, as a human, but the Lord knows what I can deal with and handle, and I'm afraid of what that means. I'm afraid of how much more He's gonna put us through, or have us endure. So that's just the truth. So I'm sorry. One thing about me, I'm gonna speak my mind. I don't care. I don't care. A lot of people are afraid of what people think of them. I used to be really bad social anxiety, but now I don't care. I really don't. I just what I feel Jesus wants me to say, I'm going to say. And I'm going to say it in the exact way He wants me to say it, or at least I'm going to try my best. And I feel like, I know sometimes He steps in and just takes over and uses my voice, and I've had times where He said something and I didn't even know I said anything, like to my family and when I was a kid and stuff. So, just hang in there, guys. Don't be as depressed as I am. I'll get better. Once my mom comes out, I think she'll encourage me. Also, we're trying to start a business, my uncle and I. And my mom's trying to help us start that business. And, because we do general contract work, handyman work, we'll mow lawns, we'll pressure wash, we got a pressure washer, we'll do anything, that isn't too ridiculous. But, so yeah, I set up a Google business profile, and we're trying to get that rolling. But, just pray for us, guys, because it's a little tight around here. And I'm not asking for any help like that. I'm good. My family's covering me pretty well, but so don't. Your listening ears is all that I ask. That's and for you to share whatever may be on my channel for whoever might need to hear it, to help edify the body of Christ. That's all I ask. Just that I'm helping, you know, in some way. So, but yeah, guys, thank you for listening once again. And today, hopefully, I'll upload the right video the first time. Because CapCut, the software that I use to edit the videos, it keeps updating the latest version, and I'm wanting to use the earlier version so I can get more of the free stuff, because they started making a lot of the free features, pro features, as they updated, because they, you know, get more and more greedy. But so I was using the wrong version, and I picked the wrong video when I was uploading to YouTube. So I'm gonna plan on making some more shorts out of some of these later videos that I've done. And I'll be back tomorrow, unless I see you in the air first. So unless that happens, see you tomorrow. Peace.